Get ready, America, for this is the best of Destination Small Town, a Cluck TV production, featuring the shows that have taken Sweet Swine County by storm. The reality hit, The Real Housewives of Sweet Swine County, Sweet Swine's favorite music show, Backstage at the Commune, the tastefully done cooking segment, Cooking It Up with Betty, the always zany soap opera, As the Corn Grows, and of course, the wildly popular talk shows that share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. Which shows will you be seeing today? Stay tuned and find out right after the break.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of I Married a Swine by Destiny Disaster. Born in the Bronx, the youngest of 13 children, she learned how to fight for what she wanted at a very tender age. With stars in her eyes and a dream in her heart, she left home at 16 and set out to make it on the Big White Way. Undeterred by the competition, she found herself waiting tables at the Footlight Cafe in order to keep a roof over her head when a chance meeting led to what she believed to be the love of her life. Boy, was she wrong. You can't judge a book by its cover, girls, and this guy's cover was every girl's fantasy. Rich, handsome, funny. That is, until she married the guy. What happened next? Well, you'll just have to buy the book. It's worth every penny in life lessons learned. She got out with her life, and next time she'll have her eyes wide open to what lies beneath. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of As the Corn Grows! Today we join Katie as she pours out her soul while kindly Dr. Cornell lends her a sympathetic ear.
Well, Miss Katie, you've been coming here for a couple of months now, and we're making great progress on dealing with the kidnapping.
I don't know, Dr. Cornell. I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea that Willie Odom is out there somewhere.
Why's that?
Well, because he pulled a gun on me. I mean, what if he comes back?
Oh, I don't think you have anything to worry about. He's on probation. The FBI is monitoring his every move in the witness protection program. He's got to be miles away from here by now.
No, that's it. He's here in Sweet Swine County.
No, this is the first place the mob would look for him.
Well, I don't know about the mob, Dr. Cornell, but Officer Dave said that with all the cutbacks, the FBI could only give him a name change and a place to live at Ma Brewster's boarding house and a job at Clem Johnson's feed store.
Well, I can see this is stressing you out. So why don't we deal with something else? Why don't we talk about your abandonment issues with Elmer Plow?
Okay. It's not just Elmer. All of my last series of boyfriends, they've all dumped me.
Well, but it's my understanding that Elmer, he didn't have any choice in the matter. He was reassigned.
Well, yes, but right before he left, he was going on and on about how I'm this bad luck woman and he had to get away from me.
Oh, come on, Miss Katie. You must be exaggerating. I mean, you're a sincere, charming, funny, and extremely attractive woman, Miss Katie.
Why, Dr. Cornell, thank you. I was beginning to doubt myself.
But believe me, any man lucky enough to date you is a lucky man indeed.
Oh, Dr. Cornell, thank you so much. You don't know what your words mean to me. Say, how would you like to have dinner with me later?
Miss Katie, yeah, you know, it's that darn oath I took. As long as you're a patient of mine, we can't see each other socially. Now, if you weren't my patient, we could have many, many dinners together.
Well, my. With Johnny gone, I'll have dear Daddy's fortune and the charming Miss Minnie all to myself. Why, our first meeting was love at first sight. Nice digs, brother.
Yeah, I do okay. So, what kind of business are you in?
Oh, well, I followed in my dear old daddy's footsteps. I own 72 automobile dealerships from Charleston all the way down to New Orleans.
Ooh, 72 car dealerships.
Put a pot of coffee on, Minnie.
Alrighty then, I'll be right back.
My, Miss Minnie, you are a vision. Why, you remind me a lot of my late wife, Annie. By golly, you could be sisters. How long have you and my big brother been married?
Oh, we're not married.
Hey, Minnie, how about that coffee?
Alrighty then.
I will be waiting.
Daniel, so what do we owe the honor of this visit?
Well, Daddy showed up last week and gave me the news of my mother and let me know that I had not one, but two brothers. And I just decided that I would start the family reunion with you.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with Boris. He ran off to who knows where with our half-sister, Natasha.
Well, I have gone 50 years without meeting him. A little while longer won't make any difference. Besides, I have found the scenery here in Sweet Swine County to be quite breathtaking. Yes, soon, very soon, it will all be mine.
Oh, Cousin John's gone and left the henhouse door open, and little brother Daniel's up to no good. I guess we'll find out after the break. Get ready, because our culinary expert and, dare we say, wine aficionado beyond belief, Betty Thompson, is preparing some tantalizing dishes for us on her show, Cooking It Up with Betty. In the midst of cooking, our dear old Betty does join her What's Cooking reporters traveling throughout our story country. Now, on this station and the web.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publication, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tale Publications is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of Earl Steps Out, My Story by Earl Silo. Born and raised in Sweet Swine County, he never saw any reason to leave. After all, what could be better than good old Split Hoof? Oh, sure, he's considered going to Newport for the annual running of the Pigs Festival, and he said he does enjoy a good pig race now and again. But when it came right down to it, he just couldn't make himself get all gussied up and drive 10 miles to see some other farmer's pigs race. Then he met Cassidy Davis, and she convinced him that he needed to get out of Sweet Swine and step out. She held his hand, so to speak, which got him out of Sweet Swine, but into hot water with his best girl, Clarice. But that's a whole nother story. Each of these towns are being considered for a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns, visit destinationsmalltown.com.
Get ready, because just when you thought you'd gotten the cockleburs out of your overalls, they're now on TV. That's right, this is one weed you won't want to pull. The Cocklebur Morning Show, with hosts who deliver a mix of news, entertainment, and information about the communities throughout our story country. Now on this station and the web. Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now, today we join Daniel as he tries to learn all he can about Big Brother Cousin John while he charms Miss Norma at Edie's Cafe.
Going to a funeral?
Excuse me?
What's with the fancy duds?
I'm sorry, have we met?
What do you mean, have we met?
Well, I, for one, am certain that we have not met, for I would never have forgotten a face as lovely as yours.
Cousin John, have you been nipping on the moonshine again?
Oh, my, I'm not Cousin John. I am his slightly younger brother, Daniel. Daniel Beauregard Lee, of the Birmingham, Alabama Lees.
Cousin John's brother? Well, I knew Mrs. Swanson had triplets, but you two look identical, except for the accent.
Isn't it about time for your break? Could you sit down and join me for a bit?
Join you?
Yes.
Sit and chat?
Yes. Now, I see you as a woman with her finger on the pulse of this county.
Oh, you are a charmer.
I was wondering if you would indulge me with a little bit of Cousin John's history.
Cousin John? So what would you like to know?
Everything, my dear, everything. His favorite foods, his business, his girlfriends.
Where shall I start?
Okay, here's what I need.
Melvin, send in the next applicant.
Hi, I'm Bonnie P. Silage.
Oh, yes, Ronnie's baby sister. Where's the red hat and the bow tie?
Oh, yeah, those. Ronnie told me that good farm managers wear the hat and the tie. Now I'm Bonnie Picasso Silage, so I like to wear, a little more artsy stuff.
I see. But your voice, it sounds different.
Oh, yeah. Ronnie told me that I need to talk with lots of authority and very loud, but between me and you, I think he's kind of deaf.
You might have something there.
Ooh la la. I've never been in a real police station before.
Yes. Well, Miss Silage...
Please, call me Bonnie.
Yes, Bonnie. So you're here about the part-time sketch artist job.
Yes, I am. Ever since Ronnie came back from his vacation, I've been out of work, so...
Oh, well, as you may or may not know, I've been the police sketch artist for the past 5 years.
See, I know. Why do you need another one?
Well, with all the bank robberies and the kidnappings, muggings, I just don't have the time anymore.
You can be available as soon as you need me. I did graduate in 2005 at Purdue, and also
Slow down, little lady. Do you have any experience?
Experience?
Sketching.
Why, yes, I have. I did the packaging label for Clem Johnson's Pure Feed and all the billboards for the Corn Cob Centennial last year.
But what about portrait work?
Portrait work?
Yes, here. Let me show you a sample of some of my past work.
Oh my! Well, they're all really good. I don't know if I could actually compete with your work here, but I brought my portfolio as well. If you could get a look at it.
Sure, yes. Let's see. Yes. Very good. All right.
Well, I know my artwork can't compare to yours, but given a chance, I would work really hard.
I see. Well, I do have 2 more interviews this afternoon, but I should be able to let you know by the morning, one way or the other.
Why, Miss Norma, it has been such a pleasure. You have filled me in so much. I feel like I know my big brother so much better now.
Norma, your orders are piling up and the lunch crowd's hungry.
All right. Keep your apron on. I'm coming. It was very nice meeting you, Mr. Lee.
Daniel. Please call me Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. I'm sure we'll see each other again sometime.
We most definitely will. You can count on that.
Where have you been? I've been trying to call your office all afternoon.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Wait a minute. What's with this phony Foghorn J Leghorn Southern accent thing?
Oh, please, fair maiden, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Beauregard Lee of the Alabama Lees.
Oh, I see, big guy. Okay, well, I can play along, too. Hello, I'm Lady Dot from Spottingham, England.
Katie, please. Is everything all right over here, Daniel?
Everything is just fine, my dear. I could use a little more coffee, though.
Oh, Oh, okay, I get it. You both have lost your marbles.
Katie, calm down. This is Daniel, Cousin John's other brother.
Other brother?
And you must be the urban Katie that I've heard so very much about.
Well, yes. I am so sorry, Daniel, but Cousin John has been ducking me all day, and I come in here and you look exactly like him. I mean, he really looks exactly like him. And anyway, I'm very, very sorry. You must think of me as such a fool.
Oh, no, you're not a fool. Why, I myself was mesmerized by your beauty as you walked in and joined me.
Oh, well, yes. Well, I tell you, I had been looking for Cousin John, so I guess I must be running.
Well, perhaps we could meet later for cocktails at the Moonlight Cabaret to get to know each other a little more. Don't worry, you'll get your money. Well, soon. Tuesday? Okay, Tuesday. You'll get your money on Tuesday. Now somebody's coming, I gotta go.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well, you found me. What's so all-fired important?
Little John is missing. I've been looking for him and running around scared for 4 hours.
Little John?
Little John. I'm calling Officer Dave and have him issue an Amber Alert.
Put the phone down.
I will not. He could be halfway to Canada by now.
Well, didn't I tell you?
Tell me? Tell me what?
Put the phone down. I sent Little John to safety camp.
Safety camp? I've never heard of safety camp.
I signed him up last week. He'll be gone for 5 days.
5 days? When were you going to tell me?
Well, it must have slipped my mind. I'm sorry, darling.
Darlin'? Since when do you start calling me darlin'?
I can't catch a break with you.
I've never heard of this safety camp.
It's the Sweet Swine Safety Camp. It's out there on Swine Lake at the campground. It'll be good for the boy. It'll make a man out of him.
I don't know. I think it's too chilly to go camping.
He'll be just fine. Now calm down.
And what are you looking for now?
You know, I can't for the life of me remember what I did with the account numbers for Vladimir's Swiss bank accounts.
Oh, going to make a withdrawal, are you?
No, that's not it. You know, with Natasha off to who knows where, doing who knows what, I really just need to keep an eye on those accounts.
Well, you know, mister, I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. You know very well that you keep everything in Boris.
In Boris?
John Robert Olson. You keep all your things safe in Boris. And you have ever since you were a little itty-bitty boy.
Well, where is old Boris at anyway?
John, you know darn well that Boris is on the shelf over there next to your binoculars.
Well, would you get him for me, Minnie? I really need to check those accounts.
No, we don't have time. The Giddyup Boutique is having their grand opening party, and I promised we'd be there with bells on. So get your bells on, Johnny, because we're going out tonight.
Bells? Oh, crap.
I didn't know Cousin John. No, Daniel had any bells. Oh, will Daniel really be able to masquerade as Cousin John long enough to get his hands on Vladimir's fortune? Or will the beautiful and cunning Miss Minnie get wise to his little charade? I guess we'll find out after the break.
Who are these people and what are they doing? Well, they're talk show hosts, tourists, celebrities, and reporters from your neighboring county of Sweet Swine. Yes, I said Sweet Swine County, and they're sharing what they've learned about the businesses and points of interest in the small towns of the Midwest. Learn all that they learned on DestinationSmallTown.com.
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of Plowing Through Life by renowned life coach Elmer Plow. Elmer shares his proven 5-step plan for a better life. With advice that includes get a grip and snap out of it, Elmer's program is so ingenious in its simplicity and detail. It's sure to help a couple of people. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
The lifestyles led in the small towns and counties of the Midwest are like no other. But we seldom hear about the points of interest and businesses located in these towns. Well, there's one TV station that's made it their mission to make sure the stories of the small towns of the Midwest are told, Cluck TV. That's right, Cluck TV, located in the neighboring county of Sweet Swine. See all the towns that are covered on KLUKTV.com.
Welcome back to As the Corn Grows. Now we join Daniel, posing as Big Brother John, and poor, clueless Minnie as they make their grand entrance to Prairie Ann's Giddyup Boutique grand opening.
Cousin John, Aunt Minnie, welcome to the Giddyup. Oh, I'm so glad you made it.
I have been wanting to see the inside of this place for weeks and weeks.
Oh, thank you. Everybody in town is here. And did you hear? Elmer's back.
Elmer?
Elmer.
Has it been 6 months already?
Well, no, it hasn't been 6 months, but you know, he's been calling and begging everybody in Sweet Swine to get him back here.
I know. He even called Johnny.
That's what I heard. I heard Johnny pulled some strings to get him back here. I couldn't believe it after that fight they had in Sweet Swine picnic days.
Oh, well, you know, I'm not much of one to hold a grudge.
Well, he is.
Well, the nerve of some people. Wait until I find him.
Girls, listen. This is a party after all. Let's just be nice.
Oh, look! Speak of the devil, there he is now.
There you are, you big overgrown chicken.
Hey, listen, you'd still be in Russia if it weren't for my Johnny.
Excuse me, boys. This is a party. Giddy up!
Figured you'd hide behind two women.
Hey, listen, pal. You want a one-way ticket back to Russia? I'll make one phone call. You're out of here.
Well, you left me there for 2 weeks.
Well, you'd still be there if it weren't for Johnny.
Minnie, please. I'll fight my own battles. Biggest trouble we're having.
Prairie Ann.
Hi, Betty. How are you?
Just fine. Amazing place you have here. You have some lovely things. I was surprised, though, to see Sweets and Eats here. I thought you would call me, you know, to do your grand opening.
I know, but I felt really sorry for Mrs. Swanson. You know, you do 90% of the catering in town, and you do have that cooking show, and, well, you know, poor Mrs. Swanson.
Well, it would have been nice if you'd asked me.
Well, I did try calling, and that's what they told me, is you were at the spa.
Well,
they said, you know, you'll just have to try booking here another time, so...
That's true, that's true.
What can I do?
Well, it's a lovely spot.
Please don't be mad at me, though. Please don't be mad at me.
Me? Oh, sorry. Hey, I see someone over there. Is that Vladimir? I think it is. You think so? Vladimir! Vladimir!
Well, I waited for you and Minnie to leave. I'm in Cousin John's office, but I'm not finding this golden chicken you're telling me about.
Listen, Willie. I'm at a public event. Forget about the chicken and grab Boris the Bear.
Well, what is this? Some kind of a weird zookeeper?
No. Now, Boris is a stuffed bear. He's over on the shelf next to the binocular.
I got it. Now what?
Now get out of there before anyone sees you. I'll meet you at my Brewster's in 1 hour.
Katie!
Hi, Lawyer.
How's the TV business going?
Oh, it's going wonderfully well. In fact, I've had meetings with my staff and my on-air personalities, and everyone is just coming up with these wonderful programming ideas.
You have some great ideas, huh? Well, you know, I've got some great ideas myself. I've been thinking about talking to you about maybe a legal show.
Really? Well, you know that all of our programming is legal, Lawyer Ed.
It is?
Yes, you of all people.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't mean that kind of legal. I mean like a legal drama, like Matlock, like Perry Mason, something exciting where you have some very distinguished individual come out and represent the
typical Midwestern-looking lawyer, you know?
Now let me ask you this. Did you happen to have a lawyer in mind for that?
Well, maybe you haven't really looked at me in the right light, you know? Maybe you should take another look at me. You know, I may think I represent most of what most aspiring lawyers in the Midwest try to be, and I don't want to seem desperate, and I don't want to toot my own horn.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I think I represent something that would be pretty impressive in the Midwestern legal community.
Well, thank you, Lawyer Ed, for the idea. However, I don't think we're going to do any courtroom dramas, and, you know, I've been looking for Mrs. Swanson. Oh, there she is! You know what? Excuse me, Lawyer Ed. I've been waiting to talk to Mrs. Swanson. I've got to go.
But Katie,
I'll see you later.
Katie, wait!
Lawyer Ed, please! Mrs. Swanson!
What's up, Katie?
Nothing. I just needed an excuse to get away from Lawyer Ed.
Lawyer Ed?
Yes. I'm telling you, ever since we've been having these programming meetings, everyone's been coming out of the woodwork with story ideas.
Well, now that you mention it.
Oh, no. Not you too.
Well, Betty Thompson's got a cooking show. She doesn't cook, and every other week she goes to the spa.
Well, she is a shareholder, you know.
Well, so am I.
Mrs. Swanson, have you seen Ronnie? I have the proofs from our photo shoot.
Well, he's around here somewhere. Katie, this is Daisy Mae, Prairie Ann's sister. And Daisy Mae, this is Katie Olson, Aunt Ella's niece.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I had no idea that Prairie Ann had a sister.
Why am I not surprised?
Katie, Daisy Mae is a photographer to the stars. She did my photo shoot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, so do you have a studio in Hollywood?
Why, yes, Daisy Mae's place on Rodeo.
Hello, Daisy. I should have known you would show up here.
Prairie.
Garrett Dawson, Katie Olson, and Mrs. Swanson. Mrs. Swanson and Katie, this is Garrett Dawson, my biggest client. Giddy up!
So nice to meet you.
Hello again, Garrett.
Daisy. Well, is love in the air? Will Garrett take his eyes off Daisy Mae long enough to say a proper hello to Katie and Mrs. Swanson? Or will he remember that Prairie Ann is still in the room? Find out next time on As the Corn Grows!
This program is made possible in part by Swine Tales Publications, the proud publisher of Sweet Swine County maps and plat books, now publishing authors from throughout Sweet Swine County. Swine Tales Publication is now making plans for their next book tour, and they may be held in these small towns with the release of How to Be Jealous of Yourself by Prairie Ann. Born with a total package and surrounded by jealousy her entire life, Prairie Ann shares her personal rise to the top as Sweet Swine's hometown sweetheart. Prairie Ann has thrown off the yoke of pure envy, theirs, not hers, and has put her vast wealth of knowledge in this tell-all book. Each of these towns and their businesses are being considered to hold a book signing because of the information found on the best source about small towns of the Midwest. To learn about these towns and their businesses, visit DestinationSmallTown.com.
Get ready, because now you can see a late-night talk show filmed in front of a discerning yet agreeable studio audience. Split Hoof tonight. Cousin John and his incomparable sidekick, Earl Silo, interview a roster of guests who make appearances that you won't want to miss. Now on this station and the web.
This program has been made possible by Purdue University, Sweet Swine County's Institute of Higher Learning, with 3 classroom trailers that can accommodate up to 9 students each. To learn more, visit sweetswinescoop.com.